Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This Spring Dendrobium honeymoon orchid was cultivated by NTU. Spring Dendrobiums don't only bloom in spring. In the northern hemisphere, they have two blooming seasons, spring and summer. The plant is compact and the flowers are very beautiful in both shape and color. The flowers have a light creamy fragrance. This orchid is a little special. I almost missed its blooming season. It has two flower spikes, but not many flowers. Since it was my first time growing it, I simply followed the usual watering routine, letting it dry slightly between watering. I thought blooming would come easily and naturally, but instead, it kept growing new shoots like crazy. Yet it refused to bloom. At one point, I even wondered if something was wrong with the plant. I thought maybe it hadn't fully adapted to the new environment. Until I started feeding it fertilizer water and increased the light. Only then did it finally bloom. It turns out that experience alone isn't always enough. Its petals have a slight crinkled texture. The two petals are slender and pointed. The lip of the flower has folds, but they're not too dramatic. It has a graceful, medium-sized form, and a faint orange tint in the center. These are all the new shoots that sprouted this year. The roots are also growing very well, which means it has adapted to the new environment. I hope it produces even more blooms this year. Some people say that when we create something with care and hope, we give it a soul and bring it to life. Let me receive a little inspiration from that. I want a bright background color, so I'll use this vibrant yellow from the Spring Dendrobium. This creamy tone feels very warm. Using this color while painting from life feels soft and comforting. I usually sketch with a water-soluble pencil. A water-soluble colored pencil. This way, when we paint over it later, the pencil marks dissolve in water, so there won't be harsh black outlines. The painting looks much cleaner. While painting, I realized something important. Light, temperature, and humidity are key factors for this orchid to bloom. Every orchid has its own characteristics. You can't simply apply the same experience to all of them. In the future, I should consider the unique needs of different orchids. Only then can they reach their own shining moment. Look at this group of little ducks and compare the colors. From pale yellow to a deeper orange yellow. But of course, the Dendrobium's gradient colors are more brilliant, thanks to the Spring Dendrobium honeymoon. Its blooming period is quite long. It has been flowering for over 2 weeks. The color has gradually changed from lighter to a richer creamy shade. It stayed with me as I finished this illustration. Thank you. The world of orchids is actually quite simple. When you observe and feel it with care, ordinary life can truly become a fairy tale. Here's another newly growing orchid. I made a unique pot for it using Lego bricks. In theory, the high ventilation should be suitable for orchids. Let's experiment and see how well it works. The gaps are actually larger than I expected. So after watering, you should pay attention to drainage. Okay, the result looks pretty good. From planting to blooming, it took about a month and a half. The flowers bloomed beautifully. This cute little pot makes it even more fun. It reminds me of a line from a movie. Time passes slowly, but a childlike heart never grows old. Keeping a pure and innocent heart is something to be proud of. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please like, share, and turn on notifications. See you in the next video.